Working ranches provide valuable habitat for wildlife. Wide-ranging species like grizzly bears, wolves, and elk rely on private lands, as well as black-footed ferrets, sage grouse, and many others. Working lands stitch together the patchwork that creates the character of the West, the open space valued by so many, both people and wildlife. Western Landowners Alliance's Working Wild Challenge is a landowner-led effort that meets the challenges of wildlife on working lands with a solutions-oriented approach we call the 4 C's. That's compensation, conflict prevention, control, meaning lethal control, and collaboration. Compensation needs to be equitable. With widely valued species like wolves and grizzly bears, the cost of providing habitat for this wildlife currently falls disproportionately on rural communities. Conflict prevention tools are designed to deter wildlife. Current funding for these tools is too cobbled together and too inconsistent to give producers time to adapt these tools to their operations and their landscape. Lethal control is a critical tool that supports and does not undermine conflict prevention. Solutions for wildlife conflicts on working lands require that all tools are in the toolbox, and lethal control is an important one. Collaboration engages landowners early and meaningfully in decision-making processes and is critical for effectiveness and equity when developing wildlife policies and land management plans.
It's not necessarily that grizzly bears are the enemy by no means, but they're something that we're going to need help with. And I guess I look at cattle as a way to preserve open landscape for wildlife in general. And we need a way to be able to help with the problems that are trying to put a cattle operation at risk.
And it's not that we don't want grizzlies or we don't want wolves, but it can't be one-sided or the other. We need help, and we need to be able to tackle and approach these difficulties with other people.
Holding space on the landscape for people and wildlife requires holding space for conversations that blur boundaries between management and values-based decision-making. The integrated approach of the 4 C's solution leaves room to adapt to the social, economic, and ecological conditions unique to each community across the West. When all 4 C's are available, we can build stronger partnerships, more resilient ranches, and ultimately, better connected landscapes.